Welcome to Bible Logos. My name is Laura Worcester, and I'm your broadcast host. Today I'm excited to introduce part one of the message, The Place Called There. Hashtag, are we there yet? God's blessing is tied to the specific location that He has called us to and to the specific assignment that He has given us. The Place Called There. Please like and share this message on social media with your friends and family. All right, here's part one of The Place Called There.
1 Kings, chapter 17. 1 Kings, chapter 17. I'm going to read from the English Standard Version of the Bible. I'm going to begin reading at verse 1, 1 Kings, chapter 17, from the English Standard Version of the Bible, beginning the reading at verse 1. It says, Now Elijah the Tishbite of Tishbe in Gilead said to Ahab, As the Lord, the God of Israel, lives, before whom I stand, there shall be neither dew nor rain these years except by my word. That was a bold statement, wasn't it? Look what he said. He said, talking to the king, said there will be neither dew nor rain these years until you hear from me again. That's a bold statement. How many of you know when you got the power of God working in your life, you can be bold? It goes on to say, and the word of the Lord came to him, depart from here and turn eastward and hide yourself by the brook Kerith, which is east of the Jordan. So God's response to him, okay, you done said something and it got you in something, so now go hide. See that there? It says here, you shall drink from the brook, and I have commanded the ravens to feed you there. Say that with me, there. You shall drink from the brook, and I have commanded the ravens to feed you there. So he went and did according to the word of the Lord. Let me drop down to verse 6. And the ravens brought him bread and meat in the morning, and bread and meat in the evening. And he drank from the brook. And after a while, the brook dried up, because there was no rain in the land. Now, he didn't want prophesied, right? There wasn't going to be any rain. So his prophecy got him in a bind where now the place that God had said he would get water from dried up. Look at the next verse. Then the word of the Lord came to him, arise, go to Zarephath, which belongs to Sidon, and dwell there. Everybody say there. Behold, I have commanded a widow there. Say that with me one more time, there. To feed you. So he arose and went to Zarephath. And when he came to the gate of the city, behold, a widow was there gathering sticks. And he called to her and said, bring me a little water in a vessel that I may drink. And as she was going to bring it, he called to her and said, bring me a morsel of bread in your hand. And she said, as the Lord your God lives, I have nothing baked, only a handful of flour in a jar and a little oil in a jug. And now I am gathering a couple of sticks that I may go in and prepare it for myself and my son, that we may eat it and die. For today's message, I'm going to preach from the subject, the place called there. The place called there. Just love on one or two people before you take your seats and ask them, are we there yet? The place called there. Are we there yet? This passage of scripture provides us with an awesome picture of the faithfulness of God and of the manifestation of God as El Shaddai, our source. As the manifestation of God as our source. because sometimes we look to our jobs as our source. And on the 1st and 15th of every month, we look for that check to roll in, right? And we plan our lives around the 1st and 15th of every month. Pastor Charlie said, I'm in her Kool-Aid. Sometimes those of us who've retired, and we receive our retirement money at whatever time of the month that is, we plan our entire lives around that date. And here we have a picture of God, which causes someone who would have such a plan to have to think twice about having a specific date from which they can plan or strategize for their provision. And so what we see from God in this passage of Scripture is that God is faithful to take care of those who take care of his business. Yes. Amen. God is faithful to take care of those who take care of his business. In this particular setting, we've got the man of God who had boldly gone before the king of Israel and said some bold things, confronted him, challenged him, upset him, and his wife Jezebel. Anybody, y'all know about Jezebel, right? We can't get into Jezebel today, but some things, some confrontations occurred. And in this particular one, the man of God appears before the king and says, there's not going to be rain in this land until you hear it from me. That's a bold statement to make in front of a king, because a king can cut your throat at the drop of a hat. He don't even have to have a reason to do so. He can just look at you and be having a bad day and decide to cut your throat. So what we learn, however, from this passage of Scripture is there's a saying that I've heard growing up in church, that God protects where God directs. You ever heard that before? God protects where God directs. And another one that I've heard is that where God guides, God provides.
Welcome back. We're just getting started, but I'm already excited about this word. Tune in tomorrow for part 2 of the message, The Place Called There. And don't forget to like it and share it with your friends and family. I'm Laura Worcester, and I want you to remember that the sower sows the word, and therefore it is with the same measure you meet that it shall be measured unto you again.